I'm going to do this short Samadhi Empowerment, which is kind of like a Guru Yoga. Reason is that actually today is the anniversary of Pamutuba. Pamutuba was the main hard disciple of Gamboba. And when Gamboba was alive, basically they like kind of sit like same kind of label. It's showing us a Gamboba showing how respect for his student, you know, and also Gamboba always said to the his among his disciple, always said, we have no, even though we you know, hair size of differential. You know, our realization and knowledge is no different. Me and they call that time Gamboba called him Geshe Kamba. Geshe means that basically a spiritual master, also monk, and he, because he's come from Kam, and so that's who Pamutuba was, and another one is also Jidisumgun's root guru was Pamutuba. So the founder of the Dugunga lineage is the Jidisumgun, and his root guru was the Pamutuba. And you may see on the online this day, Facebook, they announcing second anniversary of Pamutuba's Mahaparinirvana. Sounds like it's maybe he just passed away 2 years ago. You know, it's to say, I think that maybe, I don't know, that announcement is a little bit misinformation. I don't like that way. But what happened was before, because the Tibetan calendar month name is really uncertain. Sometimes that name is used in the 9th month. Sometimes that name is used in the 10th month. Same name, but there's a 1 month different, you know, because of the different calendar and different tradition. So that reason, sometimes people celebrate lunar the 10th month's 25th day. Sometimes people celebrate the lunar the 9th month's 25th day. Last year, Holiness make kind of like officially, you know, from now on, we will celebrate Pamutuba's anniversary is on the lunar the 9 months 25th day. So that way, last year they celebrate, and this year we celebrate. So that way it is said second anniversary. It's not the second. Pamutuba passed away more than like about maybe 700 or 800 years ago. So it's not second. So don't misunderstand. Second is after our Holiness decide, announce or makes it make official about Pamutuba's anniversary, we will celebrate, and on the lunar the 9 months 25th day. So that way it happened. So today is the lunar 9 months 25th day, and so supposed to be we should do some Guru Yoga practice, but I didn't know that, you know, I didn't you know, realize that today is the same day that we're announcing that going to give teaching on the Amitabha. So before the teaching of the Amitabha, I think I want to do this called the Samadhi Empowerment practice by the Jidisumgun. This is a really profound Guru Yoga, and also not just only Guru Yoga, have all the 5 path of the Mahamudra practice. So we will do that one first before the before the teachings. As I just said, his name is Geshe Kamba. It means the Pamutuba was born from Kam, East Tibet, and he was originally student of Sachen, which is the head of the Sajya tradition. And I think his main disciple was a Pamutuba. So kind of like a Sajja lineage holder, actually. And so after all his education, training, instruction from his guru, and he want go back to his home, and he met one another monk, similar from his hometown, kind of a same area. So they decided to go back together. So on the way, then another monk said, before I go home, I want to see my guru one time. So then Mahamudra said, okay, then we'll go together to, then on the way to, we can go see your guru. And they went to Talakambo, where the Kamboba live. So then Kamboba, of course, respectfully welcomed them, and especially Mahamudra, and they discussing about the Dharma, At that time, those, master, they only discuss Dharma. They don't discuss on the economic, they don't discuss on the politics, they don't discuss on the, gossipy. So they discuss on the Dharma, and at a certain point in the Mahamudra, Kamboba asked Mahamudra what kind of teaching you receive, this and that. And so Kamboba, Mahamudra said, I have this kind of realization, sudden realization from my teaching, from my practice. At that time, Kamboba was eating food, samba, I think in lunchtime or something. And then Kamboba said, this piece of food is better than your realization. So then, of course, Mahamudra were not going to be, angry or reject or anything, because they are knowledgeable people. Idiot one, they get upset immediately, offense. So they discuss why is, my is not, what called absolute, or kind of like can say final, yeah. And then Kamboba gave instruction to him. From that instruction to, and Kamboba and Mahamudra became like a mind merged into one. From there to, and Mahamudra took Kamboba as his root guru and received all the instruction, and later became the, when Kamboba passed away, and Mahamudra become kind of like a hard son to continuing, holding the Kamboba's teachings. That's how he built a monastery, and that monastery property is actually belong to the Holiness Chungsa Rinpoche's family. So then the Chungsa Rinpoche family offered to the Mahamudra, they built a Densitil that now is in South Tibet, the Mahamudras. And there many comes, many student comes, and saying is a Mahamudra have a student that is what called the worthy to receive the yellow umbrella. That means like someone is like one holiness come, we put those, that kind of 500 worthy to receive the yellow umbrella, 500. So all those other branch of the Kaju, like a Talung Kaju, Duba Kaju, Dikung Kaju, Yasang Kaju, there is many Kaju tradition comes from Mahamudra. So that is what Mahamudra was, So, and actually, can say this coming weekend, next week, yeah, next weekend, Saturday, actually, I'm going to start one book wrote by Mahamudra, teachings. It's called The Stage of the Path or something. It's a really beautiful book. And, I don't have it right now, other, so Vietnamese or other language translated, but Spanish is already translating, almost finished. So we will have those books, and I'm going to talk on that book because that is a really beautiful book. It's not too big, but they have a complete stage of the path. So I think you will enjoy that book. And also I will go to Ellen is making that PDF. So I thought maybe today announce that teachings because today is a really auspicious day. So training point about why Pamadrupa become Kamboba's disciple was Pamadrupa had this question long time. He asked many lamas. He asked, what is the main cause to reborn in the samsara? What is the main cause of samsara? So he asked many gurus on that topic. But of course, everybody give answer, that's the human nature. We always try to give answer. We never said, don't know. so everybody give, of course, then most of those guru are really authentic guru. I'm not saying it's the authentic. And he had many gurus, like a female guru alone, like they have like 10 or something. So many guru he received. At those time, the monks, practitioner, Dharma practitioner are really open-minded. They don't discriminate it. And then whatever teaching comes, they go there. Nowadays, it's so narrow-minded, we make ourselves spiritually, personal, spiritual hunger goals. So he received many teachings, but no one gave really, answer that make him like a ring, twin the light. Yeah, can say twin the light. Yeah. So then he asked same things to the Kamboba also. Pamadrupa asked, what is the main cause to, why we're stuck in the samsara? And the Kamboba answer was, because we're not recognizing the ordinary mind. So this ordinary mind is in the Sanskrit is called the Pakrita. Word is one is called the Pakrita. That Pakrita can be translated as a nature or ordinary. So Marba's tradition, Kajuba tradition, they translate it as an ordinary mind. That word, particular word. Most of other they use as a natural mind. Yeah. So when we're using as this nature mind, we in the Kagyu tradition, we always use as an ordinary mind. So Kamboba said, because you're not recognizing your ordinary mind, that way we are stuck in the samsara. So that make Pamadrupa, Kamboba became Pamadrupa's root guru, and the rest of his life he lived with his guru until Kamboba passed away. From there too, until Kamboba passed away, he continually lived with Kamboba, Pamadrupa lived. That is how he received all those teachings. People may think, oh, they just meet few times and become a lineage holder or something. It's not easy to become lineage holder. You have to go through those all trainings. So I think that is how Pamadrupa became the lineage holder of Kamboba. Even Amitabha was there. I think there are lots of different students, lots of different students. But that always be Kamboba what called praise to Geshe Kamba, which is the Pamadrupa. So there are lots of story, between them also sometime, So, but the main point is that is how Mahamudra became one of the iconic Kagyu master. And of course, in our lineage, especially in the Dikungaju and the Drupakaju and the Talungaju, our lineage, Pamodrupa is the main source of where our lineage original come from, So that way today is the his anniversary, and this kind of occasion, like a guru's anniversary, like Buddha's anniversary, that kind of occasion when we do Guru Puja or offering to the Guru, that multiplied like hundreds of thousands, I think there's million, multiplied to become that kind of a benefit. So that way, maybe today we do this this called the Samadhi Empowerment. So this Samadhi Empowerment, you see the page 14 is the preliminary practice of the Bodhicitta. So from the Fivefold Path, the Mahamudra, that is called the Bodhicitta. Okay. Then second one is said, I myself clearly be Idam deity, and that is the deity yoga. Second. Then from there to then from there to become Guru Yoga. And last one, the Mahamudra. That is as you will see the Mahamudra, that is the Mahamudra actually practice through the Guru supplication to you have realization of the Mahamudra, then dedication. So fivefold path of the Mahamudra is here. There is nothing from the Sutra or Tantra, Buddha's 84,000 heaps of Dharma is not included on those 5 subjects. Anyone who want to be liberated need a complete path. What is the complete path? Is this fivefold path of the Mahamudra. Preliminary practice of the Bodhicitta, deity yoga, Guru yoga, Mahamudra, and dedications. This is conclude, preliminary practice as a Bodhicitta, actually practice as a, Mahamudra. But the Mahamudra practice need a deity yoga and a Guru yoga. Those are kind of like a support of the Mahamudra actually practice. Main path is a Mahamudra. Then that have to be dedicated with a conclusion. So this is a short practice, but still have a whole complete here. So, so maybe we will do this one. Okay, so we're going to talk this little bit, not detail, on the Amitabha text. It's called the Ruby Garland, means for the accomplishing the Mandala of the Transcendent of the Victoria Lord Amitabha. So yesterday I mentioned what is the Amitabha, who is the Amitabha. And so Amitabha was beginning like us, wandering beings, suffering, confused, and hope, fears, full of that. But some point, and want to stop that one. So how to stop as a generated, with the renunciation of the samsara. How to renunciation of the samsara is by seeing the faults of samsara. Until we don't see the faults of samsara, we cannot gain the renunciation of the samsara. So fault of samsara is the seeing the suffering, like Lord Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, when he was in the palace. There are he have lots of caution and a lot of circumstance, but that circumstance not strong enough as a renounce. But when he went outside of the palace and he saw all the reality of samsara, old, aging, sickness, death, that is nobody can escape from that. So when Buddha saw those on, and what is the ultimate, what called, what call this? Solution. how to cure this one, how to liberate from this. So Buddha was searching to that solution, how to free from that unpleasant circumstance. That reason and the only way he can find that answer, how to liberate from that circumstance, is by leaving his home family life and concentrated in the forest. So that way he renounced from the royal family life, and he went to choose as in the forest to live there. And that is how Buddha found the answer. So so that is a way in the Buddhism. We always said, if you don't know the source, you cannot find the solutions. Yeah. So that way we all know the suffering. I think pretty much everybody have suffering, but most of the time we don't know the origin of suffering. We always think someone else making you suffering. We always try to blame, we blame our food, we blame our weather, we blame our companion, we blame our clothes, we blame to the something else to make your uncomfortable life, your miserable life. Can say, whatever misery comes, we always blame to someone. There always be someone doing that one. So since we continue in that one, as that is not origin of the actually suffering. So that way there's no really solutions. Like people think, oh, maybe this food is not good. I should change my food. But when you change the food, still you are not happy. And maybe the location is not good. Maybe I need to change my house. You change your house, still not you're happy. Then you think, oh, my car is too old. Maybe I buy a new car. Then maybe I'm happy. Then you change your car. So still you're not happy. So that is not going to give you the answer of happiness from those material, because that is not the source of suffering. Make sense? Those all the material, house, clothes, name, anything is money, anything is not really source of suffering. Lack of those. I mean, last 200 years, people thought, when we become improve our economy, and then people become happier. So they focus so much on the economy. Now there's so many depressions. Economy is improved, one really high. Same time, your emotion stress has gone up. So that way there are so many psychiatrists. Yeah, psychiatrists. Before wasn't there. So many people got new job because our stress level is gone so high. Same time with the economic. I mean, if you looked at last 200 years, how much change economy. Even just look at 50 years, 100 years, so much change everywhere. Everything is so beautiful now. So even that kind of a highly developed, but it not developing our happiness high like that. Actually, quality of life is going down. Make sense? So that is showing us that is not the source of suffering. Lack of food is not the source of suffering. Lack of cannot say, not good enough food is not the source of suffering. Not good enough clothes is not source of suffering. Yeah, not enough having money is not source of suffering. So there's something actually source of suffering. So that is what Buddha found. That way he found the solution. Make sense? Same as Amitabha is gone through that. All the Buddha and Bodhisattva have gone through that one. So that way, in the Buddhism, we said, if you want to find the solution of the suffering, first find the source of suffering. Yeah. So that reason, source of suffering is ignorance. Solution of the how to eliminate the suffering of the ignorant is the wisdom. So that is that way, and all those Buddha and Bodhisattva generate the mind of enlightenment and practice of the path to the enlightenment. That way they gain the permanent solution, or can say what called the effortless happiness. I think it's called the effortless happiness. Yeah, the true happiness. This is emotion happiness, mentally happiness. Yeah. So that way, like Miller said, if you ordinary people, you look at me, you may see me as a really like a destitute, miserable old man. But when Buddha see, I am the happiest man. Make sense? So even he's wearing really old clothes, looks really disgusting looking, but inside he's the richest man. So that is a happiness. It's come from the practicing Dharma. So that way, Buddha Amitabha went through that. All that circle is everybody have to go. There are no special passage. Sometimes people hoping to some kind of like miracle, something happen overnight. Or maybe my guru will make me something, or my deity will make me something. It's not going to happen that way. Everybody have same path. Some are quicker, some are less, take longer based on how much effort we put. So otherwise, everybody have to go to same path. There's no individual have different path. Yeah. There's no Hinayana path, Mahayana path, Vajrayana path, different. Some people think, Hinayana cannot do this, but we're Vajrayana. We can do all those because we are Vajrayana. Sounds like Vajrayana is a totally different path. There's no really two path. If you want to go to the enlightenment, there's only one path. If you want to go to somewhere else lower, then definitely there's another path. So, all Buddha and Bodhisattva went through that same as a Buddha Amitabha. Make sense? So, that is what, sorry, it gone too long. Okay, so this text in the Vietnamese I will send you tonight. I think today he will finish, and tonight I will send to the Miss Zung, and she will share to you. So you please contact to her, Vietnamese one. So here, this one is a little bit maybe structure is need to change. The praise, when you read in sadhana, first read the praise. If you see the praise show you the main insight, the insightful, this. So this praise is show the who's the Buddha. Amitabha said, Amitabha, I think maybe start from there. Amitabha primordial insight into the pure awareness from the primordially, Dharmakaya. And what is the beyond Dharmakaya mean? The Dharmakaya is the beyond all the mental condivance. It's the beginning of the text. As a stainless Dharmakaya, Buddha, great bliss of the Bhagavan Amitabha are bowed down. So this is basically saying is Amitabha is the naturally Dharmakaya. So I want to praise, because sometimes you may see Amitabha as a Nirmanakaya. You see, yeah. Sometimes you think that this is just Nirmanakaya, but every Nirmanakaya and Sambhogakaya are inseparable of the Dharmakaya. What you see the Nirmanakaya is a reflection of the moon in the water. Actually, moon in the space. If there's no moon, you're not going to see the reflection. So what we see the Nirmanakaya and Sambhogakaya is that reflection of, we see the reflection. But the Dharmakaya is always there. So before they achieve the Dharmakaya, then show the reflection. So there's before come moon out, then reflection come. Yeah. So reflection not come first. So same way, all the Buddha first achieve the Dharmakaya, then they manifest as a Rupakaya, form body. So that way is you can say, Buddha Amitabha is the Nirvana Kaya, but this is inseparable of the Dharma Kaya. So that way here is show as a Buddha Amitabha as a Dharma Kaya. Then we enter in the mandala of the Amitabha Buddha in the mid of the place as a delightful place of the retreat on the table. So this is how to shine. Yogin of the yogini of the pure tantric commitment set up. So pure tantric commitment means somebody who received the empowerment and keep the commitment or samaya, set up the mandala on the teapot support. Tripod is kind of like a support. Arranging is on the 9 hips of the nice sock in the saffron water. Of the right of this place as the vase of the Victoria filled with the ingredient, and in the left of the activity vase with the water. From that is a place is a torma with the lotus petal acting as the support for the lab force to surrounding so all side of the 8 smaller torma with the ornament of the white and red pepper and merit nectar and rakta, the 7 offering bowl and torma for the removal of the obstacle, adorned with the chandu and the various item of the face. So this is they're basically mandala have a 9 hips, like you can say 9 tormas. Those are representative of the Amitabha and 8 great bodhisattvas. So you can see this in this photo. There's in middle is Amitabha, and surrounding is a 8 great bodhisattva. So that's the same way. So you can arrange that one, or I mean, even don't have anything. It's okay as long as you practice. It doesn't matter. Sometimes we try to arrange so much, but we don't practice. So that is also kind of meaningless. Then said seated up in the comfortable seat with the followed by purification of the mind stream. So this one. Now that is the preparation of the text. I read this one. Even my broken English, reason is it because when we're practicing, nobody read that part of the text. Yeah, so nobody read that part of the text. Then sometimes we don't know what is there. We not pay attention. So I thought maybe just give to a little bit people to think about that. So it's a help to how to arrange what called the shrine. What kind of arrangement goes to this particular text. Now, okay, that one first translate. So reborn in the Dewajan, there's called the 4 course to reborn in the Dewajan. This 4 course, there's order is a little bit sometimes different, but today I'm going to talk according to the text, whatever come through the text. So first is called the supportive element as a bodhicitta enlightened mind, the first course. So you have to arouse the mind of enlightenment, bodhicitta, in the reborn in the Dewajan. So here, refuge and bodhicitta together, this is a can say, because without the refuge, there's no bodhicitta. When talking about the bodhicitta, always be included refuge too. Because refuge is the fundamental motivation of the Buddhism. When you took refuge to the 3 jewels, then you have a sense of a bodhicitta. Otherwise, they are no bodhicitta actually. So that way. These 2 are together. So said at all time, I and all beings go for refuge. Go for refuge. Yeah, it's good. We not say come for refuge. Yeah, bring refuge. Yeah, go for refuge. You have to go there. To Transcendent Lord Amitabha, embodiment of the 3 root and the 8 close sun is mean the 8 great bodhisattva. So the host of the bodhisattva of the arhat I generate the enlightened attitude. So this is a mind to enlightenment of the bodhicitta. I think that is English close translation, enlightened attitude. I'm not sure that's a good translation or not. Attitude is sounds not that, convince. Yeah, kind of like just pretending something. I don't know. I feel that way. So that all the who have been my mother attend Buddhahood. So this is a Bodhicitta and a refuge together. But when taking refuge, each sadhana have different. That principle deity have to be embodiment of the three jewels or three rules. So here the principle deity is Buddha Amitabha. Amitabha's body is a Sangha, Amitabha's speech is Dharma, Amitabha's mind is Buddha. So that way we taking refuge to the Buddha Amitabha, and we making so once took refuge. How to get that Amitabha, how to become Amitabha is by generating bodhicitta. So if you not take refuge, then even when you generating bodhicitta, you don't have a what called this target. You like shooting arrow on the space. It come back to you. Or just fall down somewhere, But when you have a refuge, then when you generate a bodhicitta, you have a target. Yeah. Then where you want the what called the where you aiming. So so that reason those two go together. So this is the first cause of reborn in the Pure Land of the Sukhavati, called the supportive element of the as a bodhicitta of mind to enlightenment. Okay, now here said the sprinkle the torma for the removal of obstacles. So this is called the Gekdor torma to the obstacles. So if you cannot make the torma, it's okay, just make cookie, I think. Because I think most of the American spirit, they don't eat samba. They may eat more chocolate or cookie or something. So I don't know. I think it's okay, long as it belong to the food. It's not, don't have to be, but what I have to do is that one is I have to bless by these three mantras. I mean, two different mantras. First is called the Ram Yam Kam. Ram Yam Kam is like a Ram as a fire, Yam as a wind, and a Kam as a water. So fire burned, and the wind blow away all the ash of the impure, and Kam wash away, then become king. So that is a Ram Yam Kam. I think supposed to be have to say first Ram Yam Kam 3 times, then Omaho 3 times. Supposed to be that way, but because we are, it is easier to say Ram Yam Kam Omaho, Ram Yam Kam Omaho, Ram Yam. So we just repeat that one. So point is that I think doesn't matter that one, but one said Ram Yam Kam is purifying, impure one, and Om Ahon is a blessing from the body, speech, mind of the enlightenment. So there's these two. Even you, Moni, you set up your shrine. That this even you don't know anything how to bless, you should do this one is a sprinkle water like this, kind of anything. So even you don't have this one, it's okay, some kind of grass or clean one, and then dip on the water like this, then just say Ram Yam Ka Om Aho, Ram Yam Ka Om Aho, Ram Yam Ka Om Aho. So when you bless by that way, then the spirit not going to use that one. Otherwise, before you offering, the spirit come, they use that offering. So when you offering, it's already became like a leftover. So that way they're saying, even you not, don't know what to the blessing offering, just do this mantra, Ram Yam Ka Omaho, Ram Yam Ka Omaho. Then they say the spiritual obstructor host of the accomplishment of the enlightenment, take this enjoy of this dharma of the 5 desirable substance, relinquishing your harmful attitude. Please leave this place. If you disobey the command, my command, I shall crush you thus. So this I shall crush you thus as a tough love. Don't think as a, evil way. Okay. Did I say that many? Then, of course, here said this called the four hung mantra as a remove, and said cutting the boundary. It means the will of protection. So will of protection, how do you visualize it? I'm the muddy Lord, lotus Lord. This is a Hevajar. No, I'm sorry. Haryajiva. You become a Haryajiva with a horse head, that one, that wrathful. Within the syllable of the five family stream from my heart, which is when the five Buddha family have a five hand implement. So Akshobhya's hand implement is a Vajra. Ranasambhava's hand implement is a implement or sign is a jewel. Amitabha's hand implement or sign is a lotus. And Amagasiddhi's hand implement or sign is a soul. And Bharajana's hand implement is a will. So manifest that those five syllable hand implement from the you as a Haryajiva, and it become a tent. The hand implement is become like tent, seal completely surrounding. So that is called the will of protection. Okay. Okay, so now where come is it now this is what called said sprinkle the offering of the cleansing water. So this is it here offering what we're arranging. So blessing of that arranging. So this is not offering. It's called the blessing the offering. Offering and blessing offering is two different. First have to bless, then offering. Like before you serve to the food, first you have to clean them. Yeah, you're not going to serve the food dirty. Same way, before you offering, you have to make them purified with the blessings. So here's purifying by or blessing by the Om Ahun. Actually, blessing by the Om Ahun. So offering of the inexpressible union of the appearance and emptiness material layout as a transform into the nectar of the primordial awareness by the syllable Om Ahun. So that way here said Om Bajar Arga Ahun. So this one, mantra is the same, basically, Om Baza Arga Ahu, but you don't do this one. This is a sign of saying, please take, please enjoy, this is a sign of saying is take, when you snip the hand. So blessing, whenever you see Om Baza Ahu, with the ending Ahu, that's always a blessings. So Om Baza Arga Ahu. So you don't do this one. Just say Om Baza Arga. Just do only mantra. Om Baza Arga Aho. Om Baza Badi Aho. Om Baza Bube Aho. Om Baza Dube Aho. Like the go. So this is a blessings. And then also Om Aho. Sawa Benza Aminda Maharada Balinda Hung Shita. So this is all other like a nectar, torma, and all others blessings by this mantra. So say 3 times consecrates the offering torma. So that is a preparation of the actual practice. Okay, then now it's become a second, what called the second course. It's called the comprehending the Pure Land again and again. So this is a visualizing as a Pure Land, comprehendingly Pure Land again and again. This is second cause to reborn at the Dewajan. So that way it's all phenomena of the universal appearances are becoming both secondly existing and ultimate peace are empty, non-conceptual compassion. And so you have the text, so you can read with me. So I mean, not just mentally from partially or bias, never ending manifestation of the continuum of the primordial unity. My own mind appearance up in the lotus in Luna. So first yourself as a becoming generosity, okay, on this text particular, completely transforming in the light, radiating from the gathering back into the, and arise the great compassion, one of the body, white in color, similarly peaceful, my 2 eyes gazing in the all living beings, and my 2 lower hand are palm joined at my breast, or at my chest, or my, holding the jewel. Normally we use at heart. Yeah. While the supreme pair Lord crystal mala and a lotus as a right and left, and with the Sambhogakaya ornament perfect and complete, I'm clearly visualizing as a state of the Vajra posture as a throne of the lotus and the vase before me as a state non-conceptual emptiness. So this is in that the variegate lotus on the jewel throne supported by the peacock, and the center is the lotus disc, the heart of the lotus as the red syllable free streaming forth, and a gathering of the back red light is transformed into the transcendent Lord of the protector Amitabha, brilliant red in color ruby. He is a complete in the major and minor mark without the exception from the Ushinish crease on the crown of his head down to the imprint of the heel of the feet. And he is wearing the three Dharma robes and abandoning the holding the mendicant ball. His two hands are the gesture of the even-minded meditative contemplation. Is seated with his two legs crossed in the Vajra posture, surrounding the lotus in the 8 petal. So this is as a Majushri Mahastam Papa Alokishwara Kishagarbha Nirvara Ashaka Kaba, Mitriya, Buddha, and the Samadhi age of perfect their own particular color and silver gesture and hand, and so this is a adorned with the Sambhogakaya ornament, and they are seated on the Vajra posture and lotus and lunar disc, on the surrounded by those 8 hosts of the Sangha, Bodhisattva, all the enlightened one, and the pure listener and the monk. And also there is also countless of the hosts of the God in the 6 sense of pleasure, like the vast gathering of the cloud meditative. This as a pure appearance, like inherent existence from this 3 syllable as a 3 center of the pure permanent deity, his retinue. So okay. So the point is you have to visualize it as a pure light of the Sukhavati. Okay, this is one of the most beautiful land, and then lots of people use as a Switzerland as a pure land, similar like the Wajen. Look beautiful. Much more you can visualizing beautiful, that much your pure land will be that pure. If you visualizing pure land as an impure, or when you become a Buddha, your pure land become like that. So this is it. So you have to be, comprehending this pure land of the Sukhavati again and again and again all time. So when you die, you will only think about that. So that way it's easy to reborn there. Even you don't have a, such a realization, but still you can born. So that way this second cause of reborn in the Devajan is the comprehending the Pure Land again and again. So this is what Pure Land, and you are visualizing this. Try to visualize as much as you can, clear. So should visualize that way. Sorry. Third one, third cause to reborn in the Pure Land is called the accumulate, boundless, unfathomable root of a virtue. Like accumulate the countless of virtues much as you can, So we say it's reborn in the Devajan is easy, but it's not saying it's reborn in the Devajan, no need cause. You need a cause, So especially you have to have a kind of that virtue that can dedicate it to reborn in the Pure Land. You have to have, but the difference is as long as you have some kind of a virtues, merit, merit, then you don't need to have a highly realized one to reborn there. So that is different. Other Pure Land, you have to have a realization like such as a like first Bhumi or something, you know. But Amitabha Pure Land, you don't need to have that realization. Even your ordinary samsaric being can reborn, but you have to have accumulate the merit, you know. So you have to accumulate the merit. This here down there's all the offering. Those offering is become a part of the 10 paramita, and those as I think if you read the text, you'll see that one. So mainly those offering what we arranging, argambadi pepe aloke gendi niviti shapta, and on that also 8 sign and 8 lucky sign, 8 substance, 7 object of universal monarch, and also like a nectar, rakta, and torma. All those part of the offering has become a part of the accumulation. Yeah. So, and this way to then we can accumulate the third cause to reborn in the Pure Land of the Sukhavati. Okay, so then after the offering, there's called the praise. Those two are same. Offering and praise as an accumulation of a merit. Okay, then later come the recitation of a mantra. Recitation of a mantra is divided into 2 in this text. Divided into 2. Today we don't have time to go to too detail. So I think that recitation mantra can be part of the second one, comprehending the Pure Land again and again. Can be part of that one. So also, but there's 2. One is called the approaching, and another one is called the performing. First is approaching, mean you have to accomplishing something through the practice. So when you recite an Amitabha Avalokiteshvara mantra as yourself as a generator, and the Amitabha mantra as approaching, that is called the mantra is called the approaching. After that, your certain degree of approach or certain degree of gain something, then it's called the performing. So what is the performing? Through the 6-syllable mantra to liberate your six realms. When you read in the text, you will see that one. So this is it. Lots of people, we try to do the performing mantra without the approaching. That way, then there's no result. Like lots of people do the Zabala practice. It's a performing mantra. Lots of people do the Red Tara mantra. It's a performing. So it's like people spending money without having anything in the account. So approaching is like you are making money, okay? Then accumulating in the account. Then performing is then you spending them. So before performing the mantra, you have to approach. So same goes. Lots of people do lots of people do the Red Tara directly. If you look the Digung Red Tara one, actually main recitation is a Green Tara mantra. That is an approaching mantra. Then after the Green Tara mantra, then you can do the performing one as a Red Tara. So you have to accomplishing something yourself through using them, So that reason, lots of people do those, wealth deity and those kind of like, powerful deities practice. There are no result. You're wasting your time and not going to benefit anything. If you have nothing to share, how are you going to share? You cannot show your empty hand to say someone, please enjoy this food. You need something in your hand to give someone. Yeah. Same way, say when you performing, you have to have yourself something gain. Without the gain, that one, if you perform, there's nothing benefit comes. So like you have no spiritually any kind of a gain and try to pray to someone. What benefit going to get that one? Nothing. Make sense? So that way, first recitation of a mantra, we don't have time to detail go, but you will see when first recitation of a mantra of the Avalokiteshvara, yourself, and Amitabha is called the approaching mantra. Then later, each mantra, Amitabha's 6 syllable, from the 6 syllable to white Om, purifying the God rub, then Ma Ni Pe Me Hos, each mantra with the light, purifying all the 6 ram. It's called the performing. So that is a 2. This is a in the mantra also what is it called? You see the Nyin Tu lesson. Nyemba and Druba mean the approaching and accomplishing. That's called the Nyemba and Druba. Then last one is called the Lay, mean the performing. So first you have to do the Nyemba and Druba. Nyemba mean the approaching, the getting closer. When you recite the mantra, actually you get it closer to the deity. Then that is called the approaching. Then one day you become inseparable of the deity. That is called the accomplishing. Once you become that one, then you can perform. Then it work. Otherwise, if that is working, then Lama don't need to go to West to fundraise the money to build a temple. They just recite the Jabala mantra. They will become really rich. It doesn't work that way. If that doesn't work, then we are becoming nihilism. We are hoping to the result without the cause. Make sense? So there's 2 kind of mantras. One is approaching. Then when we're approaching, one day we will accomplish. Yeah. Then performing. So that's 2 their mantra. Wow. So then page you look the page 40. Page 40 is a dedication. So last 4th cause to reborn in the Pure Land of the Awachen is that root of virtue as a dedicated to the whatever root of virtue we accumulated, dedicated to reborn in the, is becoming like a condition. That is condition of dedication. So root of virtue means the virtue which is the path to the liberation. So that's the last one is dedication. Then we do with this dedication to done. So this is the text. This is basically all the 4 cause of reborn in the Pure Land of the Sukhavati. Chancho Sem Joy Rinpoche Manje Banai Joy Gebai Nyambai Membaya Gone Gondo Pewai Shoy Dada Konde Tam Jeje Dusondo Saba Yebe Jewe Zawande Dada Senje Tanje Nyondo Lana Memba Yanda Bazobe Janjo Rinpoche Toba Joji Sheja Gonse Kunjen Chujeje Tende Nela Wandon Jigumba Rinjen Beje Demba Sede Shedu Tosan Gomben Zenjoji.